Well, hi everyone. I know it's been a long time since I made a video, but I thought this was extremely important because in 2 instances now I've gotten a miswired Chinese power cord. Let me start off by saying I wanted a solder sucker, so I did a lot of research and looking at YouTube videos. Dave at EEV Blog did a great review. Peter at TRX Bench did a great review, and I was impressed. And then I saw another video by the Radio Mechanic, and he made a video about made about 3 or 4 videos on this. But one of them, he says, he kind of named it Deadly Miswired Chinese Power Cords. And sure enough, when I got my ZD985 here, the very first thing I did was check the Chinese power cord. Neutral's wired right, but the hot and neutral is reversed. And that, you know, if you're going between instruments and stuff, you could get killed, you know, if it's the way it's grounded and everything like this, you know. You know how it is working with, you know, an antique radio that's doesn't have an isolation transformer and you touch more than one chassis. You know, well, the same potential thing could happen here if you touch this and maybe this. You know, if you were touching the ground, and the ground here, this is connected to the, I don't know why, but the Radio Mechanics unit, when he ohmed it out from the neutral to here and to here, this was not grounded. But in this machine it is. Maybe they've made an improvement. But in any case, the Chinese power cord was wired backwards. Okay. So what I did is I immediately unplugged it, cut off the end here, right here, and threw it in the barrel, and I saved the rest of the power cord because I could, you know, wire it correctly into something else. Alright, well, that takes care of that. The Radio Mechanic covered it. I thought it was a gone issue. Okay. I'll be back in a second. I'll show you what I got next recently. I got this. Zero to 30 volts DC and up to 10 amps. And it's got fine coarse controls here. Everything's fine. I was really impressed by the build quality. These are all celasted in. It's wide, nice. Everything's got jumpers, you know, connectors, and you know, it's made pretty good as far as I can see. But experiencing what I just experienced on the ZD985 here, and what the Radio Mechanic said, the first thing I did was check this. This is the power cord that came with this. Not this. This is thrown away. This is the one that came with this. Okay. So, we'll go do it here. I move this away. Now, I picked this up yesterday. Frequency counter. Raquel Dana, I guess that's how you say it. It's a military issue. There was 3 of them. This couple from Oregon, I live in Washington, round trip was about 8 hours to get it. But it's like a new condition. You know, the military, they probably used it once or twice and they put it on the shelf. I mean, it's literally brand new. I've had it running overnight, perfect, not even getting that warm. But that be it, that be the way it is, what I want to say is I'm going to remove the power cord from the frequency counter. Okay. Now this is military issue. Okay. It came from a military bag. You know this is wired correctly. Okay. This is an old computer power cord. Probably made in the United States. So this is probably wired correctly. But we'll make sure. Try not to get this all confused. But this is the power cord that came with that power supply I just showed you. Alright. They're all plugged in right now. Okay. They're all plugged into the mains. And let me arrange this whole so hopefully you can see it. Put on AC volts. Turn it on. I hope you can see that. Maybe I'll zoom in a little bit. Yeah, it's got some, of course. Yeah, I think you can see that. Okay. So let me get everything straight. Yeah. This is the Chinese cord. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all three together so they all line up. Okay, they're all lined up. Hopefully you can see that there. I guess that's pretty good. Okay. Now we'll take our leads. Now, because they're all plugged into the same outlet strip, you know that this is the same connection as this, is the same connection as this. Neutral, right? Okay. Now let me see if I can get both of them in view. So you can also see the meter. Okay, got it on AC volts. Okay. I'll go to this side. 121 volts. That's the hot side. This is an American plug. 121 volts. Hope you can see that. You can keep moving around. And look at that. That's the neutral side, 0.7 of a volt. Now we'll go to this side. 0.7 of a volt, that's neutral. 0.7 of a volt, that's neutral. This should be neutral. Look, it's hot. This damn Chinese cable is wired just backwards, just like it was for the ZD985 here. And it's a totally different unit. Both from China. I don't know if the company is the same, but I would guess to venture that it probably is. So, which means that you got a potential shock hazard with the new power supply as well as this. Okay, we'll go one step further. Does it make a difference? Let me get the power supply back out. This one is the bad Chinese cord. We'll put this one aside and we'll get a good cord. We'll get the one from the Raycol Dana. Okay, so we know that one's wired right. Okay. Okay. Let me zoom out so you can see. Okay. This one is from the Raycol Dana frequency counter. Military. plug it in. Now, I don't even need to turn this on. Okay, watch what happens. Put on AC volts again. We'll put this lead. Now I got AC volts here, not DC volts. Okay, now that's connected to ground, which is connected to the chassis, which is connected to the neutral. And not the neutral, sorry, the ground, the earth ground on the power plug. I hope I've not been saying neutral for ground, the middle pin here. This is ground, right? Anyways, so this is physically, I've checked it before, it's connected to the chassis, which is connected to the neutral. Okay, this is isolated, okay, supposedly, okay, so it shouldn't make a difference, right? Right? Okay. Again, we put this in. This is earth ground. If it'll stay in, we'll go to one side. It says 21 millivolts. Let me see if you can see that. Okay, 21 millivolts. 21 millivolts. Okay, the unit is off. Okay. Now, I'll take out this American plug from here, and I'll put this Chinese piece of crap plug in there. And we'll check the same thing again. Okay, it says 11.5 volts AC, not millivolts, 11.5 volts, where this was on a few millivolts. So, there's some potential shock hazard in some certain instances here, I would assume. And same thing, 11.56, 11.6 volts, not millivolts. Okay. So, even in this instance where this is supposed to be all isolated, and the unit's not even on, it makes a difference. Which in some circumstances, if you touch this and something else, or something else, this could be a potential problem. So, my whole thing about making this video was just to show you guys the very first thing you want to do when you get something in from China and it's got a power cord like this, make sure it's wired correctly. I don't want anybody killing themselves because, you know, something is wired backwards. And this is the whole point of me making this video. So I hope you found it interesting. It's just a quick video. Hope to be doing more videos in the future, but this one was important. So that's it for now. I've been okay, my family's okay, we're all okay. Just certain circumstances that lead me to not be making videos lately, but this was important. So anyways, have a good day. We'll see you next time.